Hello, hello, hello. Got a great guest with us today. We ought to change the rules in the United States. When St. Patrick's Day falls on a Sunday, the next day is a holiday. On behalf of the Finnegans of County Louth and the Blues of County Mayo, my mother, Catherine Eugenia Finnegan Biden of Scranton, Pennsylvania, welcome. Welcome to St. Patrick's Day at the White House. The Taoiseach and I extend 100,000 welcomes to you, all of you, every one of you, whether you're Irish or whether you wish you were Irish. We're very glad you're all here. Look, St. Patrick's Day is about friendship, and we have many friends here today because St. Patrick is a moment that great unity in Washington. Whether you're from the red state or a blue state, on this day, you're Irish green. And so we're joined by members of Congress as well as members of my cabinet. Claire Cronin is here, our ambassador. Claire is doing great work. And of course, our guest of honor, the Taoiseach. It's wonderful to welcome you, Matthew, back to the White House. We spent quite a lot of time together on this visit, visiting Capitol Hill, sharing laughs at the Gridiron Dinner. Kamala had you over for breakfast as well. And on top of all that, yesterday Ireland won the Six Nations Rugby Championship. My whole family's so excited because two of my cousins are no longer play for the team. They're great stars. You won anyway. It's been a great visit that captures how strong the friendship is between our countries. Look, we're also friends here today from Northern Ireland. The First Minister, Deputy First Minister, Michelle Emma. Where were you, Michelle? It's great to have you here, and it's very happy to see Northern Ireland's Executive Assembly reinstated last month. Now Northern Ireland is a fully functioning government again, and I didn't mention your colleague. Young people in Northern Ireland represent the great peace dividend of the Belfast Good Friday Agreement. The entire generation whose hearts have been shaped not by grievances of the past, but by confidence in a better future that we're writing together. The United States believes in that future. Joe Kennedy's here tonight, along with That's okay, Joe. You only have 57 here, along with dozens of family members, I got a sense of. He's leading the charge to ramp up investments in Northern Ireland because economic opportunity is going to help make the benefits of peace real and lasting. And from one big Irish Catholic family to another, it's great to have the Kennedys here. Folks, St. Patrick's Day is a joyful occasion. It's time to remember with pride our ties to the Emerald Isle, land of poets and dreamers, fierce fighters, hard workers who endured decades of poverty and subjugation and persevered through it all, because the Irish spirit can never be overcome. Folks, we remember with awe the waves of Irish immigrants who had the courage to travel across the sea because they believed, as the poet Seamus Heaney once wrote, a further shore is reachable from here. That's what he wrote about, a further shore is reachable from here. They arrived in America with little more than hope in their hearts and the strength of their dreams. Their sweat is soaked into the foundations of this country. As I said at the State of the Union, America has a heart and soul that draws in the old and the new. Home to people of every place on earth, from every place on earth. We all come from somewhere, but we're all Americans. We can never forget that. That's a critical element that binds us together. And this year, Ireland and the United States mark a milestone. 100 years of diplomatic relations between our countries. 100 years. I was not... I want to make clear I wasn't there at the 100th. In that time, the ties between us have deepened and multiplied. Our economic partnership has grown tremendously in both directions, I might add. Ireland now is one of the top 10 investors in the United States economy, and our country stand proudly for liberty and against tyranny. We stand together and oppose Russia's brutal war of aggression in Ukraine. You can clap for that, please. We've got to get this done. And the Taoiseach and I agree about the urgent need to increase humanitarian aid in Gaza and get the ceasefire deal. Get a ceasefire deal that brings the hostages home and move toward a two-state solution, which is the only path for lasting peace and security. Folks, my friends, since the last time we celebrated St. Patrick's Day together, I made a trip of a lifetime back home to Belfast in 2020, the 25th anniversary of the Peace Accords, then to County Louth, where I visited the church where my ancestors were baptized, then to Dublin for a speech at the Irish Parliament, and finally to County Mayo, to the town called Ballina. There, a huge cathedral, St. Murdoch's, right in the banks of the River Moy. One of the men who helped build that was Edward Blewett, my great-great-great-grandfather. He worked in the town brickyard. In 1828, he was paid, and they gave me a receipt, 21 pounds and 12 shillings to help supply the bricks for that cathedral. It was made able to touch some. It was made, and I was able to touch some with my own hands, the very bricks he made. And all I could think was this: I'm sure Edward labored. He imagined that one day his family would worship at that cathedral, that his children would be baptized there, that future generations of his family would mark milestones there. But I doubt he imagined nearly 200 years later his great-great-great-grandson would return to the cathedral as President of the United States of America. On that trip before I got there, I toured Carlingford Castle, as you remember, in County Louth, Taoiseach. It was likely one of the last glimpses of Ireland that my Finnegan ancestors saw when they sailed away to new lives in America. They left in the port of Newry in the year 1850. And here's an amazing fact. It turns out that the exact same port Barack Obama's ancestors sailed from, they left 5 weeks earlier, his ancestors. They were nearly on the same ship. Both of our great-great-great-great-grandchildren, both of their great-great-grandchildren, ended up President of the United States of America. It's remarkable. Stories like these are why I often say the Irish are the only people who are nostalgic about the future. We believe in better tomorrows. We've always looking for the next horizon. That's a very American trait as well. Just more proof that the bonds between Ireland and the United States run deep. Our joys, our sorrows, our passions, our dreams, our optimism, even in the most difficult moments, we hold on to hope. That's what we do. We see the world in unlimited possibilities, a future that knows no bounds. And we're writing that future now, and we're doing it together. Ireland and America, just as we have for generations. Let me end with this. As I said on St. Patrick's Day, at the core of our friendship, I remember the words of another great Irish poet, William Butler Yeats, who said, "Think where man's glory most begins and ends, and say, my glory was, I had such friends." We celebrate the bonds of our friendship today, connecting millions of Irish Americans and the American people. We celebrate the friendship between two great nations, one that has shaped our past and strengthened our present and inspires our future. So happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. And now I'd like to welcome the Taoiseach to the podium.